Well, I was going to do a Sunday morning sort out, but it was so disappointing last week I'm not going to bother. But just to fill my Sunday in, as I haven't got enough to do, I was going through my shelves, as you do, and I came across this LT77, which has been here for donkey's years. In fact, I think it's older than I have known JP, so that's going back quite a way. And it stood at the bottom of a shelf in all the damp and stuff like that for a long time. Why? Because I couldn't find the right shim for here. And of course LT77s now, well, not many people want them. The shaft was good, it'll tidy you up, so I wanted you to see a before and after, because if it's no good it just goes in the bin, and you can see I haven't shimmed it up. So, and I didn't have the extension, but it seems kind of nice inside, so we're going to take it to bits, clean it. The shafts turn really nice, there's no sort of binding, so I don't know what I'm going to get into. These are a little bit different to an R380. The shims are at the front here, but I need to strip it down to clean it. So let's get on with that. Now I seem to think that the first thing we have to do is take off this selector here. I'm not sure which way it goes through. It might go that way. I don't know. Let's get some punches out. Well, you can tell I've not done one of these for a long time because I have a specific box for tools, all for an LT77. I cannot find it for the life of me. But what we've got to do, we're going to have to improvise. I've got to get this little circlip off the end of here. These LT77s differed from the R380, whereas this ring was held in, well, it was a push fit because you need the same tool to get it on and off, but it used to have an O-ring underneath it. I don't know why. R380s did away with that idea, and they just made it extremely difficult to get on. I'm going to try and get that clip off. You know what it'll be like, eh? As soon as I've got this done, I'll find a bloody box of bits. So I've got this bit loose, so I've got that out, and they had this really good idea on LT77s, so that when you took the pin out, it dropped into the bottom of the casing because you can't get it out. There's actually a hole, I'll show you shortly, that had provision to knock the pin out. A great idea, eh? Right, so now we need our noisy gun, thus, and a hairline. Oh, don't be so keen, don't be keen, it's Sunday morning. Right, let's get this tool on. That somehow goes into there. There we go. She's a bit tight. I don't know if it's rust or lust. Ring. I'm not even bothered about cleaning this ring up because I've got loads of it, so that's alright. Don't need that anymore. Don't need that anymore. Don't run away. I still like it. That's a really good value, that gun, I must admit. Keep going on about it. The next thing we've got to do is take off this end cover, and these have got splined sockets on here, but regular 13mm headed bolts on there, so I'm going to take them out. And also, one of the tricky little things they've got in here, they've got a flat, what do we say, screwdriver slot in there to get the grub screw out which holds the ball and detent in. This one here we can leave till last, sort of, because that'll keep the gears together. So let's get some gear together. I'll just take them 2 bolts out of here. But I think I'll take this out first. Now, these are usually punched over and sometimes are Loctited in. They are a bugger to get out. So we're going to use heat to heat it up and see if we can expand it a bit. It's nice to do a warm job. It's bloody freezing outside today. Whoa. Yeah, it's, what day is it today? The 3rd of May. And it's absolutely freezing outside. And of course my cats decided to open the front door last night and left the bloody thing open. Buggers. It's going to come out. It's going to come out. This is the only snap-on screwdriver I've got. I found it in a scrapyard in Gisborough. That's how many years ago it was. Donkeys years ago. It was the only snap-on tool I had for years and years and years. Oh, and then somebody sent me a 13mm spanner. I only use cheap tools because I generally lose them or break them. I couldn't see the point of buying really expensive stuff. I never thought I'd be doing this for a living. Never mind it, nearly at 64 I'm still doing it. These are tight. It's better to Loctite these in than bang them over. Get the ball, spring, magneto, magrini. Let's take the ball out if we can. Come on. You're not going to come out? Useless. Forget that then. Now we've got to take the ringer bolts off and then we should be into this bad boy. For that we need a multi-spline or 12-point socket and we'll just whiz them off like that. Take that down. 1985 this box. You can see the date stamp on it here. July I think it is. One more. Just one more to the desolate shore. Last boat along the River Nile. Now while this is all solid, I'm going to take the filter out. Right, there we go. 24mm. See, these are all built up pre-test bench, you know, a long time ago. But again, a while ago, these were really common. You know, how times have changed, eh? They all want LT. See, look at that. See, they had a great idea putting the filter so you could get it out. And then they made the R380 where you couldn't get it out. Crackers, isn't it? Right, just let's make sure we've got all the bolts out. Right, we need to get that off. Right, take the bit off, is it? You don't want to break the lugs, bugger lugs. Want a little block of wood just underneath there, just to lift it up a bit. That's made it unstable. I'm getting the forky thing out here as well at the same time. Oh, there's a pin. Look, it is stayed in. Oh, what's the chance of that, eh? Right, the gasket's holding it in. Gasket at the bottom. And away. As you can see down here, it's lovely and clean. Get that gasket off there. There's the old oil pump. Yeah, it's nice and clean in there. These are the days before I had my wet bead blaster, so yeah, I did a lot of work on that to clean that up. Right. Now, get as much of that gasket off as we can. Anyway, right. We need to get, there's a circlip on here. Oh, good looking at me like that. We need to get this circlip off here. We'll use these pliers. These are a bit fine pointy. Off. Now you noticed here there's a little O-ring. That's the one I said that goes under the ring here. So that's off. The next thing we've got to do is take this assembly off. Here, 13mm. That holds all this lot on. Yeah, we've got to take that off first. I'm not sure if I'm wasting my time, but it might make a good video, mightn't it? I have to do a lot of editing. There we go. Turn that to one side, and then this assembly should come off. Now beware, these little slippers here can jump out. We'll put that in a box, we'll disconnect those slippers just in case, take the bolts out. I'm going to change the battery. Take the little square oil pump drive out. Now we've got to get this off. Now if I remember right, we have to use a puller to pull this assembly off. I think we do. That'll come off. Yeah, we've got to get that nut off there. That's alright, soon get that off. But I'm sure we have to put a puller across there. I don't know what the Land Rover tool's like. Don't tell me it's coming off on its own. Yeah, it's supposed to... there's some little tiny pins, probably microscopic here, that are locating pins for the tool. Absolutely crackers. Right, so that goes into there, that ring goes onto there, that goes into the bin there. It will go in the bloody bin in a minute. This is a split bush. This is a spacer. like the R380. That's good. Got that off. Next thing, we get this little circlip off there, and the next we've got to get this nut off here. I'm using a little screwdriver that's been modified to get these open. I should have actually taken that nut off prior to taking the gear off. Oh well. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's moving a little bit. I want to jam it up somehow. And away. Oh, and that gear needs pulling off now. Yes, yes. Really look at these things here. Ah, it's a nice way to pass a Sunday. Oh, it's a Sunday afternoon now. Never mind doing Sunday morning. On there, on there, on there. I don't know how you do these at home. I honestly don't. That'd be a bugger. That's that off. Now, with those off, we've got to take those 10mm out of the top here, and we can do that with, we suck it there. And little screwdriver on, tap that up. Hope you can see all this frustration. There we go. Got a gasket behind there. Oh no, it's just sealant. Right then, should all fall to bits. We'll take this front cover off, because that's where the shims are. But as I say, there's no wear on that spring. I can't remember if I put a new shaft into it. God, it must be like, this must have been on my shelf for about 20 years. There's nothing else in there, is there? Oh, there's another bolt there. Oh, there goes the bearings. You see, that's where the shim's going there. I've got one for the top, but not for the bottom. Bearings are really good. You can see how small they are on LT77. Right. Let's get this to bits. Right, we're going to open it. Oh, why don't we use the dismantling tool? What a good idea. That's why I made them. There's nothing else on here, is there? Yeah, that's why I do them in twos, because one on its own is not really good enough. This is where we get to follow bits. Bits falling out. Oh, there we go. There. That's not too bad. We've got a washer falling out of there. That goes on the end of there. Their shaft's really, really good, so that's good. Oh, what else is in there? The input shaft. Yeah, no, that's good. Bearing's nice. We don't have to buy any bits. You know. Casing can go in the parts washer and then into the sandblaster. That can go onto there. We'll put that onto there like that. Keep that together. Now we get to the almost tricky part. Taking this lot apart. Now it does look kind of daunting, but it really is easy. We're going to get that pin out of here, because that holds it all together. And I don't think there's anything else holding that pin in. I don't think there's a clip of it, is there? Oh yes, there is. What do you call me? Liar. Billy Liar. Now you won't be able to see this, but you've got to believe me that this pin here has got a little clip on it. The washer keeps falling off there. Watch this ping across the bloody floor. There we go. There's the clip. Clippity clop. Take the pin out. If it will. Where's my dismantling tool? I'm keeping that one there, I don't know why. There's the pin. Put the clip on straight away so we don't lose it. Or we lose them both together. That's a better way, isn't it? Right. Hopefully this just self-destructs. So this, oh yeah, that shaft's got to turn round. We've got to get this shaft to turn round so that that pin is going to go through that hole just there. There we go. That's very similar to an R380. You'll notice on here that there's only one detenton spring, there's nothing at the bottom. I never quite thought of that. Yep, there's the bearing race fell out. That can go onto there. All the bearings are good and the gears are all perfect. Yeah, I'm trying to work out how these go back together. I think they go back the opposite way to an R380. You know, they go a little bit. There's that arm falling off. Now be careful, don't lose that little slipper bit. That goes onto the reverse. Talking of which, there is the reverse. This should all come out now. Spacer, very important, that spacer. They're easier to put back together because we put it on the stand, you know. There. Now that goes onto that reverse pin. The race, you see there's no shims in the bottom of here, they're on the other end. So we put that bearing onto here, I suppose. And yeah, the lay shaft there, oh that's got the bearing there, so we put that on there. And then we can take this fork off. I did say fork off, and everything should be hunky-dory. All these are all nice. All the problem we've got with this, these are all in super condition. Really, really good. You know what I'm thinking of? Saying it's only this bit that's a problem. I'm sure this was a new shaft. Is I'm going to wrap this in 2 or 3 plastic bags. Tape it well. I'm going to put it in the sandblaster and try and sandblast all this lot off and then into the wet bead blaster. But I'm going to wrap it super well so I don't have to take all this lot to bits. And then I'm going to take all these gaskets off here and give this casing a bit of a blasting off. In here, I must have tried it because I've got oil in this, oil everywhere in it. So that's about it until we get cleaned up. It won't be like that. That's a LT. We haven't done one of them for donkey's years. But it'll make somebody a nice little box. Like the synchros are all nice. I think it had all new synchro gears in it when synchro rings in it. Yeah, it did. It had all synchro rings and new bearings. So let's wrap that up, plastic bag it, and we'll see if we can clean this shaft.